Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to build a Gothic inspired castle together. We will try to go with a rather dark mood, but we'll still try to make it look inviting. We will go through all building stages together and maybe you will even build your own one eventually. With that being said, enjoy the video. Before we start though, I will show you which blocks we are gonna be using. For the walls of the building itself, we are gonna use cobble and tuff for the basement floor and light grey wool for the upper floors. For the floor, we are gonna use smooth sandstone, sand and stripped birch log. And for the roofs, we are gonna use deep slate brick stairs and cobbled deep slate stairs. Location wise, we will need a very flat spot, so I'd recommend a plane. For the layout, we will combine multiple rectangles how we want and add a few square shapes for the later to be towers. I also decided to make one very big square which will later be our castle keep where the king lives. For the structure, we will first set up the basement floor using cobble and tuff. I decided to go with a height of 6 blocks. Now that the basement is done, we will add the upper floors using light grey wool. I would recommend going with a different height for every rectangle, making the build look more exciting. Of course, we will also pull up the towers and make them obviously higher than the main structures. For the castle keep, we will go even higher than all the other buildings. Now that the structure is standing, we will add the outlines for the basement windows. I went with a 1x2 block size for each of them. We will of course also add the outlines for all the remaining windows. I went with different sizes depending on the building. For some I went with 3x4 blocks and for some with 2x3 blocks. For the towers I always added 1x2 block outlines. Now that we have the rough shape of the building, we can start adding some little details. First off, we are gonna replace the entire top layer of the basement with a layer of cobble stairs, which will kind of split up the basement from the upper levels. We will do the same to the layers that are above the windows and below the roofs with normal stone stairs. We will also place stone stairs below the towers that are outside of the main shapes. At the castle keep, I decided to give some of the windows balconies consisting of stone blocks. Now we will add the windows. For the windows we will have two different variations. For the small basement windows we will simply use iron bars in front and black wool in the back to give them jaily vibes. For the bigger windows we will use iron trapdoors as frames and activate them with levers from the inside. Behind the iron frames we will place white wool, which will make it look like there are curtains behind the windows. At all of the towers we will fill up the window outlines by using two stone stairs facing each other, creating some sort of loopholes. For the roofs we will use deep slate stairs. At every roof end we will add triangle shaped walls, making the roofs rather steep. On top of every roof we will place stone stairs to make them a little pointier. The Gothic style is popular for these triangle-shaped stone wall segments reaching over the roofs, which will kind of split up the entire roof into multiple segments. Therefore, we will place these now and then as well. On top of them we will add stone slabs and surround them with birch signs. At the end of some of the roof segments we will also place a deep slate wall and an iron bar on top. Now we will use the same roof concept for every building. For the towers we will be using slabs, blocks and walls to give them a very pointy shape. On top of them we will place two iron bars. I also decided to make the roof for the bigger tower stand out by one block. Below these outer blocks we will place andesite walls to support them. On top of the castle keep we will add battlements in between of the towers and the floor made out of smooth sandstone, sand and stripped birch log. To make our castle a garden, we will place a fence around one part of it. For the fence we will use tough cobblestone walls and iron bars. On top of the cobble walls we will also place stone pressure plates. Make sure to leave a spot free from the wall. Now we will add a pathway through the garden of the castle by again using sandstone, sand and stripped birch. And to spice up the fence we will place a tower in each corner of it. To finish off the towers we will add flags on top of them. I decided to use black and grey wool. Along the walls of the same building we will add spruce leaves going up to the top, which will eventually look like some sort of climbing plants and make the build look more alive. To give the lawn a well-maintained look, we will replace every second row with moss blocks. This will make the grass look like it's being mowed regularly. Now all we need to do left is placing some trees around the castle. I decided to make two kind of trees, the first one being a very tall spruce tree. For the trunk I decided to use spruce fences, and for the leaves, spruce leaves. After we're done with the spruce trees, we will also make oak trees using oak leaves and oak fences. Make sure to make them more round shaped and smaller than the spruce trees. After we're done adding the trees, we will place grass all over the surrounding area. That's it for today's build. I think we really nailed it with the Gothic style, and I hope you like it. As always, I will be very happy to hear any tips and suggestions for further videos, and I am very happy for any kind of feedback. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.